Hey, all right, everybody. How's it going? Now, I got a story here in front of me. It was sent to me, it popped up in the old emails. So thanks for sending me this story. It is about the Daily Fail, so stick around and I'll tell you what it is. Now, if you do want to send me any stories about EVs or anything like that that you think is interesting, then you can send it to grouchthatbarks@gmail.com. You'll find that email somewhere on my YouTube channel. It is there somewhere. I can't quite remember where it is, but it is there if you look. So the story is from the Daily Fail, and they've had to correct a story that they wrote about EVs. Now, that's probably happened more than once, I expect. But bad stories about EVs have become a cash cow. They've become a cash cow in the mainstream media, and they've become a cash cow on YouTube. There's quite a few YouTubers, I should say, that grab hold of sensational headlines which are not quite true. There might be some truths in them, but they're over-exaggerated, or they just, it isn't usually the truth. The same as this story here isn't true. So it has become a cash cow. It's become like I watched Dave Takes It On the other day. He was talking about the same thing. He was saying that it's become a business model for some people to make money. Now, you can't blame people for trying to make money, but trying to make money from in a sort of dishonest way is, I mean, it's not something I'd want to do. I wouldn't do it myself personally. Okay, so to make a video, imagine having a channel that's dedicated to negative news about a certain thing. It don't make sense to me. Try and be a bit more positive, isn't it? Try and find some good things as well. I mean, they could have had good things in with the bad things, and it wouldn't be so bad. But anyway, I'm waffling. Anyway, let's get on to this story. And it is to do with the Daily Mail, or the Daily Fail as most people like to call it. Now, the trouble is with these sensational headlines, where they say a certain story, it does grab the attention of people who don't like EVs. And sometimes they only read the headline and then share the article. And the article gets shared everywhere, and they tell their friends, see, I seen an article by her and I told you so. So the story says the Daily Mail corrects a story about electric vehicles causing potholes. The press standards body tells newspapers to publish an amendment to misleading report. So I can't remember the exact headline. I tried to go and look for the Daily Mail headline, and I'll put up what I found, but it's already been changed. I think it was changed on the 16th of April, if I remember rightly. The article came out in March, but it's already been changed, and the headline's been changed completely to just heavier cars. So I'm assuming that the original article had electric cars to blame for potholes. So it says by the Daily Mail was forced to correct an inaccurate and misleading article that falsely claimed a report on the condition of Britain's roads, saying that they were mainly caused by electric vehicles. Now, I did do a video on that somewhere back in the past before, and all of you said you could see it's a load of rubbish. Even some people who disliked EVs said I can see that's a load of rubbish. So it didn't wash with even some of the die-hard anti-EV people. But some people would have believed it. And the trouble is, the original article is seen by many, many people, and the updated article is seen by hardly anybody at all. Because they don't do a new article, they don't do a new fresh article on the main page saying we made a mistake. They just got to change the old article that nobody's looking at anymore. So I think the press standards should do even more. They should make these people do main page headlines of corrections, not little tiny corrections somewhere saying, oh, we said it wrong, or changing the article a little bit later on. Now, there is another article here as well. I don't know if I wrote it down here, but it was to do with heavy cars again. Now, I get a lot of people commenting on my videos who don't like EVs, and they did say electric cars are causing potholes. Some people said in the comment section going back a few months ago, and also I've had people saying in the comment section, one particular person said that EVs have caused a car park to collapse. Now, I think the article they were talking about was a car collapse in New York City, and I looked at the article, and it shows pictures. It shows pictures of the car collapsing, the car park collapsing, sorry. And in all the pictures, there's no EVs to be seen at all. Where the car park collapsed, it's all big, huge, massive. I said massive then. I got to put my teeth in properly. It's all big, massive cars. They're big, massive SUVs and trucks and whatnot. And it wasn't really down to the weight. It's just, it was an old car park. Some car parks are not built to take their weight from years and years ago, where cars were lighter or smaller or less cars. So it's not a specific EV problem. So when these mainstream media articles say things about EVs, we know it's a load of rubbish. It's a load of rubbish because if you, first of all, let's look at the facts first of all, right? If a car park collapsed, there's not that many EVs on the road compared to actual cars altogether. So there might only be, let's say there's only 6 or 7 EVs in a car park of hundreds of cars. So that's not going to make any difference whatsoever. Now you might say in the future, it'll all be full of EVs. But like I'm trying to say, all cars are getting heavier. Big SUVs are heavier. Go and look up all the vehicles that are heavier than some EVs. There's loads of them. There's so many of them. And that goes for roads and potholes as well. I know I'm waffling, but I thought I'd put out this thing where the Daily Fail have failed again. They put an article out. They just write them out as quick as possible. They don't care, because all they got to do, all they've had to do here, all they've had to do is just change some words on the article. That's all they've had to do. And it's not good enough. It's not good enough. There should be some sort of reprimand for putting these articles out. The press standard should be a bit more harsh. It's just not good enough. I don't think it's good enough. Anyway, that's my rant about that. I thought it is an interesting story that they've had to change their article. They've probably had to change loads of articles. And this is why I don't understand why they're not held to account more. The damage is already done. So I don't know. What's the answer? Anyway, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Ahoy!